Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about the question, will the Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-sign wide receiver Chris Godwin? So, if you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button if you do enjoy these types of videos, and leave your thoughts and your opinions as to whether or not you feel the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will or will not re-sign Chris Godwin down in the comments section below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Now, this has been a topic that a lot of Bucs fans have been talking about for a few months now, right? And throughout the season, opinions on Chris Godwin were divisive in certain situations, right? If he had one or two drops in a game or a couple of games, a lot of people thought he was not worth re-signing. If he had a great game, a lot of people thought that he was 100% worth re-signing. And I definitely feel like there's been some wishy-washiness in terms of opinions on Chris Godwin. But today, we're going to be diving into the question as to whether or not the Buccaneers ultimately will or will not re-sign Chris Godwin. And I think whenever you approach a question like this, the first thing that you have got to talk about is the medical situation, right? Now, Chris Godwin, late in the season, it was the Buccaneers' second matchup versus the Saints. I believe it was in week 13, maybe week 15, something along those lines. But Chris Godwin tore his ACL due to a hit from P.J. Williams, I believe, on the Saints. And that has a lot of people concerned about Chris Godwin, his overall health. What is he going to look like coming back? How long is it going to take him to come back from an injury like that? What if there's a setback? And all these other different types of questions, right? But ultimately, we don't know. That is one of those situations that we just don't have, enough information about to have a concrete answer one way or the other. You just have to be patient with those types of injuries. And I would say it's definitely a mixed bag in regards to people being able to come back from ACL injuries or having it really affect them for the remainder of their career. Great example in recent memory, a guy who just played in the Super Bowl, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow tore his ACL last year, came back, and he looks to be better than ever. On the flip side, you have had other guys, in the past, be it, especially skill positions like wide receiver, running back, and other, where, ACL injuries, torn ACLs specifically, can really, really have a bad effect on a guy's career. And, I don't know if that's going to happen with Chris Godwin. I don't believe it's going to happen with Chris Godwin. I think that he will be able to come back from that torn ACL injury and still be one of the top wide receivers in the league, much like what he was before he got hurt. With the advancements of, medical technology in today's day and age and recovery times and whatnot, things really have come a long way. And I think that Godwin's definitely going to have an advantage here in terms of the recovery, rehabbing process, and overall ability to get back and play some very, very good football coming back from that torn ACL. Could be a candidate for comeback player of the year next year. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see on that. But, that's the first thing to look at is the injury concerns. The second thing you got to look at is a price tag. How much is Chris Godwin going to potentially cost the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And I've seen a lot of experts, a lot of, salary cap people report that around $18 million would probably be the price tag for a guy like Chris Godwin. In my opinion, I think that that's worth it. You look at what Chris Godwin gives you as a wide receiver, as a run blocker, all these different types of things that he offers to the Buccaneers offense, and I think it's a no-brainer, right? That's what you pay the top guys in the league at the wide receiver position and other positions around the league. I mean, it's no secret. Heck, Amari Cooper got $20 million a year. And the list just goes on and on for these wide receivers who are making a ton of money. Chris Godwin is up there with those guys in terms of talent level, so it is expected that, yeah, he will be getting that $18 million, and I think he's earned it. He is one of the best players on this Buccaneers offense. I would say certainly probably the most versatile in terms of playing outside, playing slot wide receiver, blocking, all these other different types of things and versatility. Godwin's got it all. So I definitely think that he's earned that $18 million price tag that a lot of experts are having him at right now. The next thing you got to consider is, do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers want to bring back Chris Godwin? And that's a resounding yes. It has been reported time and time again now from local media, from national media, that the Buccaneers really want to bring back Chris Godwin to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bruce Arians has compared him to Larry Fitzgerald numerous times. Jason Light has, obviously been very, very proud of Chris Godwin. One of the best value picks that Jason Light has ever made, if not the best value pick Jason Light has ever made as the general manager, with Chris Godwin being a third rounder. The dude's a first round, type of player, a top 5 in a draft type of player with his overall talent and abilities. So, yeah, makes sense that the Buccaneers would want Chris Godwin back on their team because of all the stuff that he does for them as a player. So that certainly checks off another box here on this list. The final thing you've got to look at here, though, folks, is what are the Buccaneers' other options if they can't re-sign Chris Godwin? And on the team right now, you have got Mike Evans, of course. He's still under contract. That's a good option. He would definitely be getting a lot more playing time if Chris Godwin wasn't there. I guess I should say a lot more targets, because he can't really get much more playing time considering he's playing 100% of the snaps. But after Mike Evans, the waters are definitely murkier in terms of the wide receiver position. Antonio Brown, he was gone. He had his whole situation. We're not going to delve into that in this video because we've talked about it so many stinking times. After that, you've got Tyler Johnson, which has done, Tyler Johnson's done some pretty good things throughout the couple of seasons he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but is he ready to take that next leap to be a number 2, basically / number 1 wide receiver? I don't know 100%. You've got Scotty Miller, who's in a similar situation to Tyler Johnson, but I think even slightly worse because the coaching staff, they aren't 100% with Scotty Miller. They think that he is a little bit of kind of a one-trick kind of guy, just kind of run the deep route and throw him the deep ball type thing. Brashad Perriman, his contract is expired. Cyril Grayson, I believe he is still under contract, but again, he did have a couple of nice plays, but is he ready to jump up into that number 2 / number 1 slot wide receiver type role? I don't know. Jalen Darden didn't have the best rookie year as a wide receiver. He didn't play that much as a wide receiver in his rookie year, so that's another question mark. And it's just definitely a lot of unproven things right now for the Buccaneers wide receiver room after Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So in terms of available options already on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think the pickings are a little bit slim. In free agency, again, there aren't many guys who can do the things that Chris Godwin does for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 names that came to mind, Allen Robinson and Davante Adams. But those guys may very well cost more money than Chris Godwin, and they're older than Chris Godwin. So I think you still give the edge to Godwin there in terms of age and potential price tag there. So in terms of inside options, there isn't really much available, and in terms of outside options, there isn't really much available. So at the end of the day, folks, to answer the question, do I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will re-sign wide receiver Chris Godwin? I think it's a resounding yes. I think they are going to get a long-term deal done with Chris Godwin. It makes sense on so many stinking levels here, folks. You look at everything Godwin has been able to do as a receiver, as a run blocker, as just an effective player in this Buccaneers offense. Whoever the quarterback is going to be, they're going to need to have good pieces around them, and in my opinion, it starts with Mike Evans, and it's going to start with Chris Godwin as well. I think he'll be able to come back from his ACL injury in good health and still continue to be the really good, really dominant top wide receiver, towards the top wide receiver in the league that everybody has known and loved him to be. So, with that being said, guys, I want your thoughts. Let me know whether or not you feel the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will or will not re-sign Chris Godwin down in the comments section below. As always, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.